Milwaukee for the second to last game of the season. Both teams can still impact their playoff position. 2 seeds still possible for the Bucks. 4, 5, 6. All still reality for your Miami Heat. So let's play on this Hall of Fame Saturday. Great to be with a Hall of Fame. Ruth Riley Hunter. I'm Jason Jackson. Where you been?
We've been celebrating your birthday all week.
That's not even my thing, but it kind of turned into that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're back at it here, ready for Miami Heat basketball on Bally Sports. Let's talk about what's real tonight. We should get a good one here, Ruth. Game 71. And playoff possibilities still available for both teams.
This is such a unique matchup, not only because both teams are really fighting for playoff positioning, but they're fighting for whether they're actually going to square off in the first round of the playoffs. So unique situation down the stretch, a very meaningful game.
Here's what's coming up on the program. The rundown brought to you by Xfinity. Ruth has the truth. I'm going to say it again, and Ruth is going to prove it. Good bench performance equals Heat dominating night every single time. Well, not every single time, but mostly. Karate Cuts. Giannis. Who else would we have review the stylings of the reigning two-time NBA MVP? We'll put JC on TV. Carnival Cruise, the line, scholarship ceremony. 15 young people are about to embark on the best days of their young lives. It's not easy getting there. Their stories tonight. In Eric's Read, Miami moving up in my favorite month, Ruth, that would be May. What's been flowering this month? Winning! The way is on the way from E. Reed. But first, we begin with the opening tip. Since we've been gone, you can breathe for the first time. And the Heat locked in a playoff spot. Appreciate the Clarkson shout-out, people. And the fact your favorite team doesn't have to deal with that lose and excuse yourself possibility of the play-in tournament next week. Now, where they play and who they play, that remains a three-pronged possibility. So we wait for the buzzer beaters tomorrow night for all of this to finalize. The Hawks are off tonight. They finish the string tomorrow in Atlanta against the Rockets. The Knicks have double duty like Miami this weekend. They held off the Hornets this afternoon in overtime. They're back in that 4 spot. Tomorrow afternoon, they lead off the final Sunday of the regular season with the Celtics in town. Back to your Heat. The time remains right now, people.
We're definitely playing great basketball. We still have some areas that we can clean up, but you get that playoff itch. You start to get that itch. So definitely great to get these couple wins.
We've been trying to improve and take another step as a basketball team. I think the stretch run when the games have a certain amount of context and pressure and significance to them. That's what you ultimately hope that it brings a different level out of your team.
Well, we got a different level, didn't we? That was Thursday night. The captain gets his first few moments of the season. 2 minutes and 40 seconds, if I'm exact on this. I think we'll see every little bit of it in a moment. What was your reaction to the captain getting some burn?
Well, it's just great to see him out there. Obviously, last home game, so for fans who love Udonis to be able to have the luxury to see him play. And a lot of people ask about Heat culture. Well, those 3 minutes pretty much epitomize what Heat culture is all about.
And nobody missed it. Maybe you didn't see it live, but nobody missed it. We got to relive it, though. Here's UD getting down.
Great to see Mr. 305 getting out on the floor for the first time this season. Off the rim, won't go. Tipped out there by UD. Dragic. Bounce pass to Iguodala into UD. Layup, got it to go. Udonis Haslem. Knocks down Udonis Haslem.
And that's something we've seen throughout his career.
Dragic in the corner. Shot good on the wing there by Udonis Haslem.
Haslem's having words with Dwight Howard.
Oh, here we go.
Haslem points with his finger. He's down. They ejected him.
Okay, that was fun. That was fantastic. We appreciate you, UD, coming in, getting your 4 points, moving the rebounding lead and Heat history up one more. Going to break that down a little bit later. I'll tell you this, the head coach loved every little bit of it.
That's my favorite moment of the season so far. Just excessive passion, competitiveness, and anger. Just love it, and that's why we roll with UD. Everybody in that locker room just has great respect and love, for him.
I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Hey, I am who I am. I mean, I can't change now. You know what I mean? It was a great memory. And if this is the last one, I finished it the only way Udonis Haslam could, with an ejection.
That's a happy dude right there. I don't know if it is the last, by the way. I got him down for 20.
Yeah.
That's just my gut. I don't know anything. I don't even see anybody anymore. It's just a gut feeling. We'll see. That second group, it was great to see him in it, but for the most part, it is really set, barring injury or foul trouble on a given night. You got Dwayne, you got Andre, you got Gorn and Tyler, and this group has been really awesome. These top reserves playing great lately.
Yeah, it's so nice to be able to see the bench fully realized, and we obviously knew that there was a ton of talent in that second unit and really coming to life. The Heat are 6-1 in the month of May, and largely because of the performance of the bench. You know Goran Dragic is always going to lead the way with setting the tempo, pushing pace. Tyler Hero has been shooting the lights out in May, shooting 64% from behind the arc, making on average 4 threes a game. Dwayne Dedmon, career high 72% from the field. And I think there's this great compliment when you look at the way they're able to really impact the game with that second unit. Speaking of a booming bench, they ranked 4th among all benches in the month of May in points. They are 3rd in field goal percentage at 52. They are 2nd behind the arc at 47% and 4th in assists at just over 10 a game.
Got some questionable dynamics to deal with for the Miami Heat as it pertains to who's available tonight. Both Kendrick and Jimmy questionable coming into this contest. Well, we'll go 50-50. The lower back, Jimmy couldn't quite get it there. He really tried to. Good to see that Kendrick's going to start, though.
And this is a time of year, obviously, where you don't want to take any chances with nagging injuries that could impact the availability in the games that really count when you get into the playoffs. So sorry to see Jimmy out of the lineup. Kendrick has been playing great all season. Great to see him be able to go.
So who's in that first 5? Let's find out right now. Kendrick will be in the mix with Jimmy out. There is a bit of a change. So take a peek at 5-serve form. I literally don't know. So when it pops up on television, you'll know with me. As it's, how about that? Bielitsa making the move into the first 5. This is the thing. Sometimes you don't know where Spo wants to go. Sometimes, and has been the propensity of his time, he reaches to the back of the rotation. Make that change, keep that bench in the same spot. We've just begun to flex the hoopology of Heat Live, presented by Xfinity. Spo talks about trending in the right direction. Well, how about watching everything, enjoying the grub in the Ocho Lounge? What did you enjoy?
Yeah, I enjoyed Jimmy Butler doing his thing is what I enjoyed. Great win for the team against a strong Philadelphia 76er team. Jimmy leading the way. His ability to make plays was impressive, Jax. Love the fact that he's getting more and more comfortable outside. We're used to seeing him bang on the interior with the post game, strong drives, getting to the free throw line. But this three-point shooting, boy, this is a positive trend for Jimmy. Went 4 for 4, surprising us all. Getting better arc on the basketball, and as a result, shooting it more efficiently out there. He becomes that much more difficult to guard if you have to step all the way out beyond the arc because of his ability to drive and draw contact. With Jimmy out, due to that back tightness, this young man right here, Bielitsa, is going to step into the starting lineup, averages 6 points a game, really known for being a three-point shooter, a guy who can stretch the floor at 6'10". It'd be interesting to see how he fits into the lineup. Hasn't played since late April against the Chicago Bulls.
Nemen yes tonight. We will see exactly what the 7-0 brings to the situation. Listen, we have been handing Giannis's award to other people all season long, but I imagine the two-time reigning NBA most valuable player is still a monster to deal with every single day.
Oh, I think so. He's our Leon Medical Center's player profile. Jax, I think this guy is having another MVP caliber season in regards to the numbers, and I think he's more comfortable in his own skin. I mean, he's really stepping it up, getting to the basket, off the dribble, either way, has that Euro step. His ability to score the basketball was on point in the last game. They had a shootout type game, really high scoring against the Pacers. He erupted for 40. Look at the field goal shooting there, 14 of 18. Contributes so many different aspects of the game. His ability to rebound, to create assists as well, score in the paint, does so many things. This graphic really illustrating that nicely with some of the best players in the game, with Jokic and LeBron, and he's leading in this area, being able to score, rebound, assist, and then to shoot it 60% plus because of his ability to score in the paint. Number 2 in that area at 16.5 of his points a game because of those dunks and layups and getting out in transition.
John, we appreciate the early cuts. Thank you so much. And we're going to stay with Milwaukee as we'll see you in a little bit for the call. Ruth, Milwaukee's top 4 in the NBA in three-point field goal percentage. They're top 10 in takes and makes. Not the top defensive space for Miami. What should we be prepared for tonight?
Well, largely because everything, like John said, goes to and through Giannis. Well, they surround him with shooters at just about every position, which gives Giannis that space to work. So we're going to break down some offensive clips. You're going to see how multiple shooters are able to really get opportunities out of the offense. This first one goes to the block. Giannis is an unselfish passer from there. It's a screen-the-screener action. He's always going to draw the attention of the defense. You see Middleton set a back screen initially, and then Lopez is going to clean it up, which is going to give them a wide-open catch-and-shoot 3, 1 pass away on the wing. That's an easy shot out of the offense. Then in transition, you have Giannis. You know you're going to build a wall defensively around him. You want to pack the paint, force him outside of the paint, and when you do that, he's going to drive and spray. So you have PJ Tucker wide open on the corner 3. He's the king of corner 3s. You have to chase him off the line. In transition, they also run a lot of handoff actions. This one's going to be handoff into a screening action. Bryn Forbes shooting the ball at 44%. You have to get back in a stance and able to guard those initial primary actions like pick and rolls. And then lastly, Bobby Portis is having a career season from behind the arc. This is a simple pick and pop action out of their offense. Defensively, you have to know where he is. You just need to stop the ball handler, but then you have to get out and chase him off the line. You can't allow him to get comfortable from behind the arc. Our Toyota inside look, where's the advantage here? The Bucks love to find opportunities from behind the arc. This is an area where the Heat have struggled defensively because their primary focus is to protect the paint. It is going to be a battle of these statistics tonight.
More show to come, still on the way. We're going to relive the special night, the carnival ceremony. 15 high school seniors from South Florida ready to trampoline into the world, and now they're able to do it without any death. The gift.
Milwaukee hopping on a Saturday night in the NBA as we welcome you to Bucks Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. It's the final regular season home game before the playoffs begin here next weekend, and we may have a postseason preview as the Heat are in town to take on the Bucks. Ahead on Bucks Live, it's been quite an offensive showing all season long, so did you know this team is about to make history? Yes, indeed. We'll break down some important numbers. There's a heat wave as Miami rolls in, leaving the thoughts to plenty of Bucks fans who may not want to see this team in the postseason again. And we begin our countdown to the playoffs and get you up to date on action already underway on this Saturday that could affect the Bucks' plans before the end of the weekend. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. I'm Craig Kashan alongside Steve Novak, who is set also to call tonight's game with Jim Paschke. It's going to be a Jim Paschke night here tonight on the pregame and throughout, so you'll want to stick around to tribute a legend.
Oh, yeah. He's a legend.
He's a legend for sure, but before we do all that, we're going to talk a little basketball here first. And obviously the Bucks coming off a big win in Indiana on Thursday, Steve. And they're pushing for that number 2 seed. Brooklyn won again today, so it may come down to 3 here, but you never know here. We still have a couple of games to go.
You just never know. And you're right. Brooklyn would have to lay an egg. They would basically have to lose to Cleveland tomorrow in order for Milwaukee to have a chance to be in that 2 spot. We won't know that until tomorrow, so Milwaukee does have to play Miami tonight. They play Chicago tomorrow, and so there are a lot of games that are going to be watching each other, trying to figure out what seed they're going to be in. But this Indiana game, Milwaukee showed maybe not their greatest defensive performance, giving up 133 points, but when you score 142, you don't have to play that much all the time. Giannis with 40 points, 3 other guys with 20-plus points. The bench came in and knocked down shots. Drew Holiday was big time. He had 21 points, also had 14 assists and 4 blocks, Kreger. Drew Holiday.
Love that defense.
Acting like Brook Lopez. You got to love it.
Eastern Conference looks like this right now. The Sixers clinched the top spot, so it's up to Brooklyn now, and the Bucks for number 2. The Nets took a step closer by beating the Bulls already today. So the Bucks have to win the final 2 and hope the Nets lose tomorrow to Cleveland to get that number 2 spot. Otherwise, no matter what happens, they'll be the number 3 seed in that scenario. The good news for the Bucks right now, they're playing at a high level. We're seeing that point total get up in the 130s. It was 142 the other night. And we're also seeing some really balanced scoring among their starters right now. 4 starters end up with 20 points or more. And that's the first time that's happened for the Bucks in 3 seasons. That's saying a lot right there.
It is saying a lot. And to be honest, yeah, it wasn't the greatest defensive game, but to have your offense clicking, that is important. And to see everybody scoring the ball, I think it tells how they're moving the ball, who's in charge. Drew Holiday making sure guys get their shots, and everybody feeling good. On the defensive end, it really is a controllable. It's an energy thing. It is system-based. The Bucks have very good defenders. But to see the ball going in and see all these guys scoring 20-plus points, and those were just the starters. The bench came off and knocked down 6 threes off the bench as well. So this team really is playing well. It is half of the puzzle. I think the Bucks do understand defensively is where they are going to be a championship team, but you got to be able to score the ball. This is where the game is at. It's where the league is at. Teams are putting up 120, 30, 40 points. This Miami Heat team that the Bucks are going to play tonight, nobody is averaging more points per game, per 100 possessions in the month of May than them, so going to have to score some points as well.
Great. Let's talk about that defense, though, you were mentioning, because it's bundled up into one package by the name of Drew Holiday.
It really is, and he is a heck of a player. He's doing a great job this season showing what kind of player he is. He can assist, get guys involved. He also can score in the ISO if he has to, and he had 20 points, 14 assists, 4 rebounds, and 4 blocks. I think you really got to see the whole package, and it wasn't just him who was shining. Giannis had a big game, 40 points and 15 rebounds, so you're seeing the scoring go up. You're seeing guys able to be more effective offensively, I think, because Drew Holiday is the leader of this team and making sure guys feel good in their role, and he knows where they're going to be and how to get them the ball in the right spots. He is the X factor for this team, and I think the difference between last year's team that had the best record in the NBA but wasn't able to really play that well in the postseason to this year is Drew Holiday. He is the X factor. When he has the ball, there's a calm. Giannis trusts him. Chris trusts him. He's having a heck of a year.
All right, we're going to take a time out, talk some more basketball, catch up with Jim Paschke. We have a special guest waiting in the wings as well. So lots ahead here. We're getting a better handle on whether this team will end up number 2 or number 3 in the playoff seeding. Giannis has copyrighted this mean mug pose, and he put it on full display in the last game. But is this of those years? John McLaughlin back in the house to do a little reminiscing. Also going to spend time in the second quarter calling the game with Jim Paschke, a final roundabout for you guys indeed. And John, I got to tell you, it's about time you got here, because this last couple of weeks we've had to call Jim Legend for the last couple of weeks. So you got to fix that.
Now, wait a minute. I might have something to say about that.
He worked with the legend, the first voice of the Milwaukee Bucks, Eddie Doucette, who's in the Hall of Fame.
In the Hall of Fame. So he's a Hall of Famer now, and of course, you guys are giving a great send-off, and I'm really delighted to be here. Jim asked me to come down, do one more time together, and we're going to enjoy the second quarter tonight. Won't do much basketball, probably.
Well, you've been preparing since I called you, right?
Well, I prepared
You're up to speed on Miami and everything?
Right, I prepared like I always did. Well, you know, when you...
Really? No, you'll know more. Hey, listen, One of the things I am going to talk to you about in the second quarter is what you think about Russell Westbrook passing Oscar for the triple-double lead all time. We don't want to do that now.
No.
That's a tease, John. Do you remember those?
I got it. Okay. I've been thinking about it the last few days, actually, and talking to a few people about it.
Good. Yeah. We'll cover that in the second quarter at least. It's great to see you, and
Thanks,
we had some fun, didn't we?
Man, so many stories. A quarter won't do it, actually.
We don't have to tell all those, by the way.
We can't tell all of them. But on air and off air, Jim and I kind of grew up and grew older together. And to be able to spend that much time
on and off the court.
Well, yeah, right. I think we were 33 years together. And when you travel, you know, you spend a lot of time going to movies and dinner and what have you. And we've enjoyed a lot of it, for sure.
Yeah, we sure have. It's great to see you. Great to have you back. You going to use the term stop tonight? You have to.
Remember,
I don't know how many stops they're going to need in the second quarter, but can you work that in?
Remember when I finally went to Stoika?
Yeah, Russian.
Because,
when you start speaking Russian all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was getting so much criticism about, hey, John, you're going to do a stop again. So, but those were teams that didn't play much defense and get much stops. In
I hate
regards
to tell you this,
stops.
when you start speaking Russian on television, a lot of people think it's time to retire. We're going to have some fun tonight.
Sure.
John's here. And we have a broken headset for you, John, to use it.
Oh, remember that, Jason Terry.
We pieced it together.
Stay home on the three-point shooter.
I'll bet John found that. We might see it tonight.
Yeah,
huh?
there's a unpaid bill as well, but we'll get to that later on. We have another special tribute to Jim Paschke, and that is some congratulations from around the NBA. Let's take a look.
Jim, congratulations on a truly majestic career. 35 years with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jim Paschke, congratulations on an absolutely fabulous career. I've admired your work for a long, long time, and it seems like didn't matter what it was you were doing, you were great at it.
Well, you have added to and augmented the great legacy of play-by-play voices in the state of Wisconsin.
I can remember listening to you when you're doing Badger football, Wisconsin basketball, obviously your days with the Milwaukee Brewers, and certainly the 35 years with the Bucks. You have been absolutely outstanding.
For so many years, you've been a role model and a leader among your peers. You're a great example for the younger broadcasters, and you've even taught a lot of us with gray in our beards a thing or two about this business.
We're going to miss you in the arenas. We're also going to miss you at the NBA broadcast meetings where you so freely shared your wisdom and knowledge gained over the years.
As professional as you've always been, you added the personal touch to it that was heartwarming, and for nearly 4 full decades, you have won a place forever in the hearts and souls of all of those that watch the Milwaukee Bucks.
The fact that you've been able to maintain your consistency and maintain just the enthusiasm that you have had with Bucks basketball through all the ups and downs that we all have to go through in our seasons, and it's really fitting that you're enjoying some success here at the tail end of your career.
I really think about any event that you do, you always made the event center stage and no attention on yourself. And in today's ego-driven business, that is a real rarity. You are a pro's pro. I'm going to miss you. Congratulations on a great career, and I wish you all the best in your retiring years.
Hi, Jim. I just wanted to congratulate you on 35 amazing years as broadcaster for the Milwaukee Bucks. You did the job with class and professionalism, both behind the microphone and in your community. And I appreciate your friendship throughout the years as well. I'm going to miss you. Good luck again, and congratulations on your time with the Bucks.
Hi, Jim. It's John and Austin here in Cleveland, and we just wanted to send along our very best.
Yes, I want to thank you for all our pregame talks that we've had. All that information was great, and I appreciate it. Oh, and I also like to take my hat off to you for putting up with Johnny Mack all those years.
Well, I tell you what, it warms the heart to know that one of the best broadcasters in the business has also been one of the best people in the business. Yes. You earned it. Enjoy every minute of it.
Congratulations on 35 years as the voice of the Milwaukee Bucks. Incredible run. You have been such a fantastic colleague and friend over the years, and truly appreciate your kindness. Wishing you nothing but the best. You're a true pro.
Jim, from all of us in the city of New Orleans and with the Pelicans organization, I just want to congratulate you on an incredible career. 35 years, you've set a standard. Professionalism. And I know you wanted the Bucks to win every game, but you didn't let us know that. Your natural enthusiasm, and you were a total pro every step of the way. It came across.
Hi, Jim. Greetings from all of your friends in Dallas. 35 years is an incredible career in any job in this business, and for almost 20 of those, I'm glad I got to know you and proud to say that I'm your friend and colleague.
When I heard that you were going to retire, I was shocked. I really was, because you've been such a constant, a mainstay in this business, and certainly a credit to what we do and what we love doing on an everyday basis.
I really loved your announcement because the warmth that existed between you and Giannis was so genuine, and the respect that he has for you is so incredibly apparent as is the respect that all of the fans have for you in Milwaukee that are enjoying this tribute for you today.
I'm hopeful that you can really get to go out on top with Giannis and that fantastic Milwaukee Bucks team. But no matter how this season finishes, there's no question Milwaukee has been better for you, for having you. The NBA has been better for having you, and you will certainly be missed, my friend.
Hey, all the best. Congratulations. And we look forward to seeing you at some point down the road.
I'm going to toast you with an ice-cold Spotted Cow. And those of you who know Wisconsin beer know exactly what I'm talking about. Good luck in your retirement, Jim.
Jim, one last thing. Do me a favor. Personally, play enough golf in the coming months for both of us. Great retirement, Jim, and thanks for all you've done.
Good luck in the years in the future, Jim, and I hope that your final season with the Bucks is marked by a long and incredible run and a very memorable one in the NBA playoffs for the Milwaukee Bucks. Take care.
Great job. Cheers to Jim tonight. Going to cover a little more.